Welcome in, welcome in. We're gonna get started soon. I'm trying to get... I'll light up some more incense. I'm gonna clear the deck, take my time. It is like officially the Cancer new moon now, like right before I got on. So I was like, in alignment. I love it. So this is some yang incense. Clear the mind. So I'm definitely gonna use some of this to clear the candle. I'm gonna put it with the other incense I got going. I like it too big. Yeah. Mine in a gutter. Let's see. This incense is just gonna have to chill. I know what I can do. There we go. Close this. Put this on top. Boom. So yeah, we're gonna get into this peace candle soon. I'm excited to do this candle. As I'm filming this, we're in Cancer season, and Cancer season is all about the feels, right? It's all about tapping into those emotions. It's matters of the home, family. Let me make sure I get it in the view, right? Home, family, also ancestors, right? Heavy on the ancestors, all right? So, but really tapping into that feminine energy, not just being feminine in nature, how society says femininity is, or feminine energy, right? It doesn't matter what gender, what you identify as, we all have feminine energy, right? Just as we all have masculine energy, right? So that kind of brings me back to like the Lovers card in tarot, or Gemini season, right? When this is all mental, we first have to know that we're whole and complete by ourselves, right? That the internal world within you is what matters the most, right? Or how can I say this, is the truth, and everything external can be in a reflection of how you feel about yourself, or a reflection of what's going on internally. Just like that brings me to like Chiron in Aries, right? Chiron is the wounded healer. So with it being in Aries, collectively, we are all working on self in some extent, in some capacity, right? Everybody ain't gonna look the same. But the key here is that the wounded healer is knowing that we all going through something, right? So that means that we should have more compassion with ourselves first. Have forgiveness in our heart first. Now, I'm not saying there's a difference between forgiving and continuing to entertain or tolerate. If it's something that you can't do no more, that cut it, right? This is another thing that this peace candle is going to be about. Detaching from our desires, our manifestations, releasing control. surrendering, right? Because sometimes we can get so fixated on what we want, and that can cause internal warfare, because what you're maybe going after might just be from a wounded space, right? Where you need more healing and more peace, right? Or it can come from ego, ego isn't all bad, right? Ego serves its purpose. But if your ego is wounded and you're operating from that, right? All right. So that's why, again, with the Chiron and Aries, the wounded healer, we're learning more about ourselves and our wounds and healing from those. I feel like plucking them from the root. Cancer is fourth house energy, and that's the IC in astrology, which is like the root. Here's my I hear my music professor, Dr. Cedric Dent from Take Six, okay? The horizons, when he was talking about like the base level, the fundamental level. I'm also getting like this image of the tree of life, right? So back with the ancestors heavy again. Your roots, generational patterns, generational trauma, generational what can I say? It's because we don't just get our gifts, talents, right? All right, hello, welcome in, right? Gifts, talents. So with that being said, this is like also kind of like ancestral reverence and healing, because the more that we tend to ourselves, yes, work on ourselves, tend to ourselves, but nourish ourselves, nurture ourselves. That's Cancer energy, right? The mothering, nurturing energy, right? The more we do that, the more our internal world will be calm and at peace. And then our external world will reflect that, right? Sometimes we end up in unfortunate situations that weren't it wasn't your fault, right? So a lot of times we like to place blame, shame, guilt on ourselves. We can hold a lot of tension and trauma in, because guess what? We gotta keep going. We gotta keep going and going and going. But this is why it's so important to not let everything around you, yes, it can be a reflection, but not let everything around you dictate what's going on. That's why internally you have to be straight. Internally you have to be secure. Internally you have to be confident in self and love on yourself. And if you're overly judgmental, right, outwardly of people, that's a reflection that you're overly judgmental of yourself. So how can you release that? How can you talk better to yourself? How can you be more fluid, loose, detached, easygoing, right? I was like, I love it. Thank you for the like. Yeah, make sure y'all like whoever's watching the replay, anybody live. Yeah, make sure you like, because I've been doing this consistently, not just being on YouTube, showing up for the new and full moons since 2019. Yeah, 2019, that's when I started my channel. 2019. So I was like, yeah, like, help us grow the channel. It's definitely, you get to see different phases of mystic. You get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I love all things divination, spiritual work, cards, tarot, astrology. So, yes, help us grow here. I put in some like cleansing herbal blend that I had. I'm also going to go in with some Gemini oil and the Cancer oil. It is the Cancer new moon, but Gemini, because it's all about the mind, Mercury, right? I do have some psychic vision oil in here. I might do a little bit of that as well. The petition is already written. It is so, Ashe. And if you want to be a part of this candle, if you want your name added to the petition, you can send in a love offering. The details is in the description box. So make sure you check that out. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm looking at the comments. You say you like my shirt. A letter said like my shirt. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all saying I'm very beautiful. Thank you. I received that. I received that. Alright. Did I do all of them? Yes, I did. Alrighty. Now I'm just gonna light this puppy up. I'm gonna do a little bit of energy work on this, energy clearing. So just take some deep breaths while you're here. Get intentional. The wind, no. Okay. Get intentional. Fireworks. Exciting things are happening. And with maybe a lot of exciting things brewing, right, for you, there's different levels of stress. All right, but stress is stress, you know, enough. So what are you doing to keep your mind at peace, right? One thing is the mind and body connection, doing some type of movement, whether that be dancing, going to the gym, taking a walk, right? That helps clear the mind. We're going to get into the reading soon. Just do a little bit more on this candle. Cancer season is also about the subconscious. Spirit is reminding me of that. Water, the element of water in general. So it doesn't matter what season we're in, right? So Cancer season, Scorpio season, Pisces season, anytime the moon is in those signs, especially, right? This is a time of cleansing, right? Of purging, cleansing, cleansing Cancer, purging Scorpio, releasing Pisces. So, and then the cycle continues. I'm hearing, how deep is your love? How deep does it go? Let me show you. Right? How deep is your love? That's like testing your resolve to love. Testing your resolve to love yourself. Time and time again. How can you show compassion? Time and time. How can you set boundaries? Time and time. Right? It's the themes of your life. Can you sense it? Can you recognize it? Are you being aware? Are you being open? That's something to think about. We're going to get into this reading. I'm so excited to tap in. Let's take some deep breaths, y'all. Focus on your intent. Focus on what you need to know right now. What you need to hear. I'm hearing a frequency, high pitch. Definitely elevating. Tuning in. What are you consuming? Solar plexus chakra I just seen. So some things have to change what you consume. Or maybe you have already begun doing that and you're starting to see the changes. I'll show you, Spirit. We're going to get started. Here, get back to basics. Do you remember? Do you remember who you are? It's funny how I brought up Gemini, the lovers, right? That's kind of where I started off with. Being whole and complete masculine and feminine energy within us. This is the Lovers card in Tarot. Harmony, harmony. Harmony in reverse. So Spirit is about to show us where there is an imbalance, okay? And with this imbalance, what can we do to grow through it, work through it, right? Release it. Maybe go through the cycle of cleansing, purging, releasing, right? And it doesn't have to be during the water seasons or the water moon. It can be any time, right? But we can use this time. I saw 1919 on the timer right here. And I'm on military time on my phone. And I have like an alarm that's 1919 and it says be intentional. So that's all you need is your intent. Do you know the power that you hold? Okay? So we're going to see what's going on. Two of Cups. Spiritual union. So Spirit is saying, okay, there's some imbalances. So one, there can be some imbalances within self, right? And it's also affecting relationships, right? This could also be for some, this harmony is within a connection specifically, but still it all comes to self because we are reflections. And then that's what I was like, that's what I heard we sign up for, kind of like within relationships. Relationships reflect us. And a lot of times when we get triggered, it's because something still has power over us. That's something that still needs to be healed, something that needs to be released, something that needs to be re-examined and nurtured, right? And cared for, affirmed to, right? Whatever you need to do. Anytime that you get, excuse me, I'm feeling like all this, yeah, I'm just feeling senses, and it's not like it's nothing on me, so it's just a lot going on. So anytime you feel out of balance as well, this is where you need to tap into yourself, right? Fill your cup up, making sure. So it could be. It depends on what you're doing. You might be heavily into your feminine, where you're resting so much that you're not getting anything done, that you're procrastinating. You're not you're not doing nothing, right? That could and then you could be hyper fixated in your masculine, where you're just on go, where you might be very just assertive, aggressive, not saying like that. On the flip side of the feminine, be lazy. I was like, let me not just go in on masculine energy, right? Because both energies are needed. Both energies are needed and need to be cared for, right? So it depends on where you're at. And this is, you don't just get peace, and you got energy. Energy is fluid. Energy, we move. Anything that we do, we're shifting energy, right? Anytime somebody comes into our space, our energy is altered, right? We're constantly emitting energy and receiving energy, right? So this is something that we're going to constantly have to check in. We're going to have to check in with ourselves to see how are we in balance. What do we need to do to stay in harmony, right? We got 2 of Cups, and then this is 2 of Pentacles. 2, right? 2. Blood cleared. 2 with 2 here. I see it. 2 heavy, right? The waiting game. This is 2 of Wands. Planning. Getting evolution. Getting better with time. Aging like fine wine. You a dime. Come on. Come on. This is movement, choices, and decisions. How can you weave through these? You don't have to pick just one. How can you weave and tend to everything that you... It's a balancing act, right? This is like for people that feel like I have to pick my career over love, or in the expensive money, I can't focus on my health or grow, right? Or my mental, like all of it is connected. That's the gag. We think that we don't have to compartmentalize, right? How can you weave through this with grace? Spiders. Spirit animal. You might have a spirit animal of the spider, right? I think there's a Native American goddess. Was it the Spider Woman? But it's just so funny because I can see how this played in, because my spirit animal is I have many of animal spirits, and you all might connect with animal spirits. If you have an animal spirit, drop it in the chat, or you can tell me what type of animal do you see a lot. Like, And when you're driving, like when you're looking out, is it like a specific type of animal that you see a lot, or are you gravitating towards a certain animal? Just let me know. I'll be interested because I love talking about spirit animals. But spiders, spiders are one of my spirit animals. Like, yes, and I like seen a lot of spiders lately. Like, there's a lot of spiders around my house. Like, they even like laid their eggs or have their eggs there. And I know they have exterminators and stuff like that, and I'm cool with all that. Even though some of them can bite you, and the ones that's around here are poisonous. But I've been here for a good little minute. Okay, we good. Let's be. It's some stuff that we would have to have a story time about spiders, y'all. But anyway, going in heavy on the spiders, but it's the interconnectedness. Like, we're all, how can you weave your life together, right? Maybe you had to at first acknowledge and wake up to different levels, and now that you have all these, we can say responsibilities. Saturn retrograde. Saturn just went retrograde, I think last week. Then we had Neptune retrograde, and then Chiron retrograde is coming up soon too. I don't think I have my book to reference, but yes. All right. Okay, Anima Vesta said, irrelevant to what you're saying, but it's not. But I see a lot of dead birds. Is that a bad thing? So what I'll say is no, it's not a bad thing. It will be something that you probably need, something mentally you would have to let go of, something that needs to like change and be released, right? Because death, rebirth. So you may be going through like a dark night of the soul, or there might be something in your life that you need to like just let go of, or something you need to speak up on, assert a boundary, to draw a line in the sand. You could think about some of that stuff too. Like, for example, deer. Deer, I see deer a lot here, and that's associated with Oya, one of the Orisha. And when I see a dead deer, I'm like, I know that there's something, swift changes are coming, and there's something that needs to end. And it's like, you have to wake up to it. So it just depends on, what it is. Yeah. So let me know how you, if that resonates with you, or like, what do you know, like what type of birds specifically that you see that are dead. That also would help too. I was like, cause I'm into birds. I was like, I'm an air sign. I'm a Aquarius sun, also with a Gemini rising, so heavy air. Crows. Wow. My first thing was crows. Okay. Whew. So crows will have to do with like your intuition and messages from the other side, like divine. Crows especially are messengers, because have you ever seen like the thing like counting crows? Like if you see one crow, it could be something not so pleasing you want. Two crows, you're good. But to see a dead crow, there's something that I feel like something is like hidden in plain sight. That's what I'm getting for you. It's something like internally, but maybe you're turning a blind eye to it. Seen 3 dead crows in one day. There's I feel like there's something might be happening in your life where you just like, you kind of just sucking it up and just maybe really turning a blind eye to it. It's like your intuition is probably like really heightened on 10. You probably had some dreams. I would say connect everything. We just talked about the spider. Weave it all together. Like the messages are like right in your face. The synchronicities are right in your face. But it's like you gotta piece it all together. I was like, yeah. I'm like, I was like, oh, you can tell I'm very passionate about that. You said, how do I do that? I was like, we talked about dreams, we talked about all that. And sitting down, you can meditate, you can reflect on some things. Especially, you can think about what's going on in your life right now. And if you feel like, hey, everything seems good, it's something underneath the surface. I'll just be honest with you. There's something underneath the surface. And I think it'll probably be revealed in a matter of time. That's why I said look at your dreams. If you're having certain dreams, you might need to journal, meditate, sit with yourself, and let those messages come up. That might be new to you. That might not be something that you're really used to doing. If so, take your time with it. It's no rush. It's no rush. You can always, you want to get a personal reading, you can get a personal reading. That's the next step if you want to do that. But I'm also wanting to give you the tools to empower yourself. Okay? I'm doing good. How are you? We gonna get back into it. Okay? So we got the waiting game. Let's recap, right? We had the Lovers in reverse, which is harmony in this deck, right? We said there's some imbalance. This can also be affecting your relationships, right? We got Two of Cups, but this could be like the internal. We talked about reflections, all of that. Two of Pentacles, right? We talked about weaving the responsibilities you have. How can you make sure you keep things in balance? Having a good relationship with the masculine and the feminine within you. Knowing when to take action, know when to rest and be receptive, right? And then we got Two of Wands. So 222. This is patience. This is like the long game. This is the slow burn. It's just a matter of time. Letting things marinate, letting things brew, being strategic, planning, okay? Let's see. Now, I don't know how to say your name. Elysian will seer, E-seer. You sound, you're good too. Is this an open read? This is a collective reading. Open. We have this peace candle, community candle that we got here. If you all want to be a part of the candle, you can send in a love offering. I can put this here. It's in the description box, but I can put it in the chat and pin. That's why I got my computer here too. For the community candle. And can I pin? There we go. Cool. Yeah, so we got 222 and 6. So we also got 6, right? 6 is balance. It's harmony, right? Also, I'm getting like releasing hyperfixation. Okay, releasing hyperfixation. And stop being so impatient. And if it's a goal that you want, know that there's no destination. It's up. How can you continue to learn? How can you continue to evolve? How can you continue to grow and shed and release? Yeah. Willow said, that's right. Come on, baby. Yeah. So, yeah. How to keep the peace. That is like, wow. I'm going to pull from the Zodiac Moon cards. I don't know if I want to pull some more tarot, because I'm like, that is perfect. With the 222, with the 6, that's wild. That's just wild to me. And I'm saying, oh man, I appreciate it. And trying to figure it out, who to talk to. If you want to talk to, you can always book. I have spiritual counseling as well. Especially, like, again, I want to empower people to do it, even though I do also offer spiritual work for people if people want to do that as well. But yeah. Nassar, you said how what? I'm gonna burn some more incense. That's funny. We were talking about if Anima's still in here, talking about dreams, like messages from your dreams. The moon in Pisces, water. So that's something that we need to surrender to. Surrender to your dreams. This is getting into like life purpose now. Yeah, life purpose. Also knowing that that's a journey, and that may not look like how you really envision. Well, how can I say that? Like, yes, it's your dream, but it may not be. Think of the why, right? Or what are you doing in that? Because you can very well be a healer and not be like a spiritual guide, or anything like that. You can be in hospitals, you can be a therapist, you can be a hairstylist, you can be, because your energy is needed. Our energy is needed everywhere. So it's going into life purpose, and maybe definitely nighttime routines maybe need to be refreshing. I'm hearing making sure you have a good nighttime routine, a good night's sleep. Come on now, we talking about peace, right? Keeping your mind, so making sure. So nighttime routine can definitely help. We have eclipse in Aries, collaboration, boost relationships through teamwork and compromise. It's funny because all I think about is Eartha Kitt. Compromise. Oh, collaboration. It has to be reciprocal though, right? Right? How do you let go? How do you release? Okay. Okay. Because, yeah, this peace, forgiveness, this is what we really tapping into, right? So how can you, one, forgive and let go? This can be, whew, if you holding grudges, how can you let go of? We'll start with grudges, because I was like, that's probably the first one to talk about. And look what's peeking right in here: personal growth. Talk about it. Talk about it. Letting go of grudges. Which one is this? It's got to be Taurus. Moon in Taurus. Self-esteem. How do you let go? Knowing your value, knowing your worth. And know that sometimes you have to let go just for your sake, for your sanity, for your peace, because you're giving too much energy to people, places, things that don't deserve it. You're giving it away for free with nothing in return. So how do you know that your life is worth it? You're worth it. And just live your life unapologetically. Does it take time? But the deeper you go, because it's a theme, remember? This is a life's journey, right? We're going to keep reviewing the same wounds over and over, same energies over and over. But you get better. Every time you evolve, you grow. You know your worth. You set your boundaries. You let go. You know what's worth it, worth your time, and what's not worth your time. Because you got things to do. We got things to do. Collective, moving, shaking, jiving. I don't know. That just came. Somebody answered to him. Moving, shaking, jiving. We weaving through stuff. We got. It's being in flow and releasing. Know that, yeah, you can connect to people that are willing to have reciprocal relationships with you, right? And then sometimes, let's talk about it. Sometimes it is what it is, right? You gotta call a spade a spade. And how can you detach? This is detachment, letting go, detachment, right? Does that serve me? Does that serve my highest good to hold on to this? Am I gonna mess my money up just because somebody don't like me? This is not playing small. This is still showing up. This is, no matter who's in the room, you still gonna do you regardless. So, but you can't do it alone. Spirit is saying, yes, the internal world is what we need to work on first so we can have these healthy, meaningful relationships, right? And these new beginnings are coming where I feel like, collective, we're going to be connected to our tribes more and more. Or, I know we say tribes, we can say like our soul group, right? People who we're supposed to connect with. Sometimes it's for a short time. Sometimes they just play a small part in our journey. Sometimes they're there to go the distance. But don't get fixated on what it is. Release, detach. Do you anyway. Do you. Okay? Interesting. Personal growth, self-esteem. So this could be so think about what you're working on right now, collective. This could be especially within your personal life. This could be romantic relationships for sure, right? But also think about Taurus is Venus, right? Wow. Me no know. I just thought about it. We're talking about the masculine and the feminine within us. We have the number 6. Then we had 222, right? Then we have the masculine, the feminine, twice, right? But we also have it hidden here. Aries, Mars, masculine. Taurus, Venus, feminine. Right? Okay. So 222, 333. Right? two can create three, right? What are you birthing? What are you creating? This is a fertile time. Message, watch out. Watch out. You could create a life in this energy right now. Alright? Cancer is the mother. Alright. We got 222, 333. Alright. Wait. Your relationships are here to also assist in your personal growth because, again, reflections. That is so cool. I love how all of this is tying in together. I got the cards everywhere. So excited. I was like, y'all. Alright, this was all upright. So yeah. So just to recap, weaving, having a nice flow. This can also be routines. Taurus is about routines. We did talk about nighttime routines. So, but routine, what's your routine? This is time to get intentional, right? Intentional with your day to day. Because are you wasting time? Because you can get closer and closer to your goal, or you can just stay on the outskirts. The choice is yours. Again, how deep is your love? How deep does it go? That's the song that keep coming up. Woo. My ankle. Alright, y'all. Let's see it. I'm gonna pull from one more deck. I'm hearing the soul card, so I'm gonna do that. I'm like all trying to get it together. It's like, oh, I was like, got on shorts, but ain't trying to show y'all like, everything. Let's see. Yeah, the soul cards. And then we'll close out. This was a vibe. This is a vibe. There's times to be comfortable and times to be uncomfortable, right? But how can you have like ease, right, throughout your day? How can you bring a little bit of the feminine within the masculine, right? The ease within the action, right? And a little bit of masculine within the feminine. Actually doing the resting, actually doing the receptive work, right? Actually slowing down, but still thinking practically, right? Wow. Beautiful. Look at this. This is definitely giving air bird energies. So, also, our spirit guides, our ancestors are guiding us. It's like definitely connected. It's levels to the connectedness. Psychic upgrades. I'm like all to the side, y'all. Hold on. I was like, whew, I had to get off my ankle for a little bit. But yeah, this is a beautiful card. So this is telling us how to get inner peace, spending time in solitude, spending time to connect. How do you connect? Meditation, vibing out, right? So the meditation could be the sit down, close your eyes, like how this person is doing. This is highly recommended. If you aren't doing that, you might need to, this is probably your reminder to get back to it. This could be if you haven't started, you can Start by doing a minute. A minute. You can do this throughout the day. Like, do check-ins. Put reminders on your phone, right? But the more you tap into self, the more you're going to get that connectedness. This could be your higher self, right? You know, higher self, tapping into the divine. We are all connected. We are all one. It's the oneness. It's the interconnectedness. It's still the weaving spider woman. You know, Spider-Man, right? Spider Woman. Mythology. Spider Woman was the constant helper and protector of humans. Spider Woman is also to cast her web like a net to capture and eat. Oh, that's a folk's tale. Oh my gosh. Talking about eating the little children. That's crazy. But they said who is the spider goddess? Goddess Athena. They put it for Greek mythology. She translates to Goddess Athena. That's interesting. But yeah, I feel like that wasn't a good depiction, and I would have to get like my spider. I mean, not my spider. My spirit animal book by is it Andrew Tate? Did I say Andrew Tate, y'all? Isn't that influencer? That could, Lord, he might be significant, because that could be that's my who needs the healing. It's like that's probably me saying that, not spiritual. Who needs the healing? Might be something significant with them. You know, influencers are being revealed left and right lately. I know this is kind of, I guess it's weaving. It's all connected, right? Something may, hey, he might come up, news about him or something like that. Interesting. But, it's a spirit animal book. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. Animal spirit book. I was like, we pretty much are done closing out. I was trying to show tell y'all the book's name. What? Ted Andrews. Is it Ted Andrews? Yeah, Ted Andrews. Boom. Yeah, Ted Andrews. Okay. So, yeah, y'all may want, it's Animal Speaks. Animal Speak. That's the book. Ted Andrews. I don't know why Andrew Tate came to mind. Definitely gonna be interested on how that plays out if something comes up. But yeah. I hope you all enjoyed. Alright. I thoroughly did. I thoroughly really did. Can't wait to watch the replay. Again, make sure you all like, share, tap in, subscribe, like, all the things. Yeah. Happy new moon, and I'll see you in the next one.